Hello everybody and welcome back to the channel, welcome back to the stream. We have a brand new game today, Trans-Siberian Railway Simulator, a hardcore realism of train operation in Siberia, Russia. Brand new to it, just downloaded it 2 days ago. I've been waiting to play it, looks fantastic. Set on the Trans-Siberian Route from, I believe, Novosibirsk Zapadny and Novosibirsk Glavny, i.e. the main stations, and one of my favourite actually in Russia. I really love Novosibirsk train station. This looks like a whole lot of fun. It's not just simple operations of trains, but today we are just going to stick purely to realism. There is also an aspect of survival. There is also a challenging campaign there, which is very much like GTA style elements, but with a train sim built in. I have to say, I thought that learning to fly planes was hard, the hardest machine to master, but it turns out that trains, particularly those from the 70s and 80s like the VL10 that would be operating today, are really challenging to operate in general. Now just imagine operating an electric locomotive, which is what we have, which uses pantograph power to haul rolling stock across Trans-Siberian Route. Now having to deal with snowstorms and loneliness in deepest Siberia while making a few hundred rubles, and that's just over the space of several hours. So imagine how much it would have had to do to have made enough to survive. It is brutal, and its survival is a big part of that job. Welcome in. Without further ado, we begin. Game is set in the late 1980s and depicted world may contain stereotypical elements. Is not intended to offend anyone. Confirm. Let's go for a new game. And so there are 3 options here. We have survival story mode, or story mode with survival elements, managing the locomotive, complete transportation jobs, complete missions for the mafia. This is really unique. Never seen this with a train sim. Then we have survival, which is very much the same, minus the mafia jobs, and then we have simulator, which is without survival elements, and just managing the locomotive for complete transportation jobs. I actually think, because I want a purist experience, we should go for simulator mode and get to learn the ropes, see how difficult it actually is, and then later on another stream we may go into the campaign. So game 4, that's not a problem. We're going to change it now to Grantham Online. Accept. Do you want to skip the tutorial? No, because we need to understand what to do. Let's begin. Начнем.
Пассажиры и железнодорожники. Частный перевозчик товарищ Миша принят обратно на грузовую линию. Желаем вам приятного и безопасного путешествия.
Fantastic. So we're in. Like instantly, graphically, it looks fantastic. I wasn't expecting this. This is a early access game. Oh well, we got to depart and train here. We're at Novosibirsk Zapadny railway station. That will mean west, so we're Novosibirsk West, in the west. And we'll be travelling east, of course. But yeah, this looks great. For a city, it was £16 roughly. Early access, and it's been out since 2024, but it does look very good. We got some characters here. Who are these? Like, he looks drunk already. Let's have a look round. We'll follow the tutorial. So F and X. In the lower left corner you can see the status of your money. We have 1,000 rubles. Go to your locomotive. Right, locomotive seems to be well over there, so we're going to have a look round first and see what's inside. This looks nice though. I actually do prefer the main station because it's a lot bigger than this. A little bit bare bones to some more drunk people though. We got some fruit, like food down there, and the cash thing, not the cash thing, the counter.
Рада тебя снова видеть. Здорово, что ты вернулся на работу.
Спасибо. We're not gonna meet for coffee, thank you. And you got, looks like you got some stuff out here as well. So I think those are the cars you could buy stuff from. If you're going down to survival mode with survival elements, we could buy food from there. Well, today we're just learning how to fly, not fly, how to drive. I'm assuming this is men's. Very interesting. Look at that. So when I wanted to go into another train sim, I didn't realise that we were going to get this much for the money. There's moving trains. There are people here. We've got snow, of course, because we're in Siberia. And from what I've seen, guys, it is going to be snowstorms throughout the entirety of this journey. So we've got to be prepared. I have to say though, it does graphically look very superior. We just tried the Thomas and Friends as well, and this is going to be a big step up, I think. Big learning curve. Even the sound design is perfect. How many tracks? Look at this. How many tracks have we got here? This is a huge station, and this is not even the end of the line. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. 11 tracks. I can't wait. So this is entirely cargo. No passengers on this, so we're just taking cargo, so you don't have to worry about sticking to timetables. But we probably will have deadlines, so you could transport coal. That would be good. And there's the old VL10, I believe. I think it was the VL80 in real life that Trans-Siberian Route that used. Yeah, I like that. I like the city in the background. I like the atmosphere in general. Very cool. Thank God we're not playing with survival elements. I probably would not survive. Probably wouldn't. We have track switches. I suspect, yeah, from what I've read, this is very detailed. This is over 800 kilometers of track across the deepest Siberia, and on the way, from what I've seen and read, we are going to have to change switches, and we're going to have to maintain our locomotive. They have working signals, and of course it's an electric locomotive, so we're going to be using these things. These are pantographs. Or pantographs on the top of the train, and then we put them to connect to these electric lines. That's going to be cool. Right, here we are. She looks pretty nice. Nice big hangar. Very strange to be coming into a train game though. Very strange. So look, we got the VL10 792 Green Edition. Oh, here's Vinicius. Да, может быть поздно. So let's go in. Up the ladder. Oh wow, look at this. Isn't this ancient? It looks grimy though. It looks pretty depressing on the inside. A lot of metal work, a lot of grey colours. This is going to be complicated, everybody. I can already see it. Oh my goodness. So here we are in the cab. Oh wow, it does actually look pretty nice though. I know it's all grimy and depressing, but otherwise it's nice. Oh hey, we got a radio. It's a locomotive operating manual. Oh my goodness, this reminds me of the 2154B. When I flew that plane by Felix, it was so, I was blown away by the amount of depth and effort that went into that. That still is, by the way, the most realistic plane on X-Plane 12. This might be like the train equivalent of it, because Russians are known for, and not just Russians, but people in Europe are known for creating like super in-depth, super realistic sims. Anyway, top right corner, information about the nearest points. We're in Novosibirsk Zapadny, and then Novosibirsk Glavny will be next. Some locomotive functions are blocked during the tutorial. Stand by the side mirror and press E. Right. Ah, your inspection mode. Inspection mode performs the functions of viewing the status of locomotive parts in external camera. Navigate using the mouse and keypad. This is naturally this is going to be included. It's like a third-person camera, but inspection. T to view various components. Oh my goodness! So we have thrown ourselves from what looks like the light end of the train sim world into the deep end. This is probably what it meant by maintenance. So we're probably going to have to maintain everything to green. There's one up there I can see which is red. Exit the inspection mode and get the adjustable wrench. Okay, we'll exit that. Blimey, we haven't even started the train up yet. Let's hop off. A wrench, just one wrench to fix this train with. Let's hope it is useful. Put in inventories, use the scroll wheel to open. Okay. Press Q to close. And press I to open the inventory and manage. Ah, okay, so we have quite a lot of space here. What have we got? Over 30, 40, 50 slots. Well, we need to get buy stuff in the future. I guess we could get it from a hangar like this. It looks like they're charging, so 5 rubles for a bulb. Headlights 5 rubles, and then 15. That will be expensive. You can just see 1,000 rubles in the bank. But a few repairs might take us down close to 0. Unscrew the screws of the speedometer with the right mouse button. Okay, so we're doing a little bit of DIY now. In kilometers an hour, by the way, we've got to get used to the units. So we got the Russian units here. Kilometers, and it'll be in rather than miles per hour. Well, wait, the wrench from remove the broken speedometer using the left mouse button. Ah. You can hold right mouse button and scroll wheel to move the item held close or farther away. That's useful. So we can zoom that out. But what we want to do, it's actually telling me to put it down there, but oh no, there's another one down there. What are we doing? Press E to put in inventory, right. Put a new speedometer in the empty space. This will probably be yeah, so this is free. New speedometer is free, 100% condition. Oh, we've got to buy it. Doesn't cost us any money. So this seems like our base then, if it's not going to cost us too much for some of the items. Maybe we can return back here, but 890 kilometers I think is, you know, in 1-1 scale, that's a heck of a lot. It's going to take days. Right. Let's put that back in, and then we'll use the wrench, tighten up the screws. Very cool. I do like that, the maintaining your own train sort of thing. I'd love them to add this sort of thing onto the flight sim as well. And you can use sell used parts at the scrapyard. We don't have one here. I think we're just in the hangar for now. Inspect the condition of the parts and replace them on time to avoid damage and constantly wear out. Or they wear out constantly. I suspect if we're doing like harsh braking and things, that will probably burn through them. Okay, moment of truth. Ready to start this beast. Turn on the small compressor switch in the engine room in the second section of the locomotive. The compressor must be started first. Oh my. Oh my, we got engine stuff. And this is ancient engine stuff. This ain't gonna be easy. Oh my goodness, look at the size of this train. Small locomotive. Big cabs. Right. Turn that on. Just look at this detailing. You don't get this very often on train sims. I've never seen this before. You actually get to operate the engines from scratch, from zero, from the start. Neprezhenya. Not sure what all this actually is, to be fair. That thing down there started. That'll be the small compressor. Compressors in locomotive provide compressed air for crucial functions such as braking, pneumatic systems, sanding for traction, cooling traction motors, supporting suspension systems, emergency operations, powering the locomotive's horn. So it's very much, it's not exactly like a plane, but it's the same kind of principle. So in a plane, you'd have the air conditioning from the engines and pneumatic systems and things. But same thing on a train, I guess. You've got the small compressor there doing the work, similar to an engine. Compressed air is essential for safety, braking efficiency, and overall performance. Pressure to pantographs, which is what's mentioned, when there's no pressure in the main reservoir. Right, let's get back in the cockpit. Pantograph is an apparatus mounted on the roof. Yes, I was talking about that before. It's those, you can't quite see them, but they're the ones that will connect to, there they are, those little, like, red things will push up and then connect to the electric line above, and that will power us. Turn on the pantograph power switch on the locomotive panel in your cabin in the first section to supply the locomotive with electricity. Okay, pantograph power is on. Supplied from the battery. Switch on the panel to raise them. Wait for the pantographs to reach the electric line. They're on. Okay, so we got ampage now. Main current of 3300 volts. No, it's saying there's nothing in armature, and then we got field current and a few other things down there. Turn on the radio. Look at this, guys. Proper 80s, and this is set in the 80s, so look at this back when they didn't have mobiles. They had to get the orders through these ancient looking things.
Вагоны с углем для станции Новосибирск главный готовы к перевозке. Они стоят на 8-м пути у 3-й платформы.
Track 8, platform 3. Looks like we're going to be doing hauling a coal wagons. That's going to be... I like that. I like the idea of hauling coal or hauling the wagons and doing a rolling stock rather than packs. Anyway, information from the dispatcher about current transport order. You can press the call button to listen to the last radio message.
Вагоны с углем для станции Новосибирск главный готовы к перевозке. Они стоят на 8-м пути у 3-й платформы.
Very bizarre. Track 8, platform 3. That kind of doesn't make sense. Anyway, you press the call button to listen to it again. Next steps, turn on the engines. Okay, let's not blow this thing up. Turn on the compressor switch on the main panel. Main reservoir indication of the shows it is filling up. The pressure in the main reservoir indicator must be at least 4, and then you can read that for yourselves. I'm not gonna read that for the engines to work. So we need a minimum of 4 it seems, and we got the minimum there. We're going up 5.5. It's climbing. Turn on the KVZ switch that starts the controller. Red light first is on, but not yet working. Needs to be reset. Okay, very much. This kind of reminds me of a gas turbine engine on the King Air. So you have to do a lot of resetting on the electrical system on that when you're starting it up, and it seems like the same kind of thing. Red light's gone out. It means that KVC is working. Good. We can see that on there. It's gone out. It's working. Turn on the BV1. Start the controller for the main engine. And we also need to reset this as well. Yes, it does feel very similar. BV1 is red light's gone out, means that BV1 is working. Good. Red light in the second run, the first column has gone out, means that the engines is turned on. Okay. When you load the pantogrphs and raise them up again, remember to reset the engines. Turn on the engine cooling low speed. Turn on the VU switch to activate, located above the entrance to the cabin door. VU switch is designed to connect the control circuits of the electric locomotive to a low voltage power source. Okay, for the generator or the battery. Component plays a crucial role in managing electrical systems and control of the locomotive. Without turning on the VU switch, operating the locomotive is not possible. Okay, so hopefully I remember where that is, because I don't think after two tutorials I'm going to have any guidance other than this book, and I'll be honest, I don't want to sit there reading that, so I've got to memorize it. So we need to remember the VU switch is quite important. Next step, turn on the signalization system. Engine room in the first section and set the signalization direction handle to the forward position. Working direction of signalization. It's a click and drag. Set the signalized switch on the left panel in the cabin in the first section. Right, at least it's telling me where to go. Well, I'd be a little bit lost up to now if I didn't have this. It's actually a really good tutorial. It's showing you where everything is. Right, so we need signalization. Turn on the attention control system with the EPK switch. Okay, where's that? Reset every 10 minutes for the signalling to work properly. We have a reset button. Like in a master warning system, isn't it? Green light means that the movement is allowed up to 60 miles an hour. Okay, this thing up here, this is the signalization. At least it's really detailed. It comes up with the description and everything. I played workers and resources. That was city building, but it was very much the same thing. Whenever you hovered over something or whenever you clicked on something, it would always give you in-depth information. I don't think we'd be able to do it without this. The tutorial seems pretty crucial. Yellow light means 40 miles. I keep saying miles, it's in kilometers. You have to slow down before the next railroad to at least 40. Yellow and red stop before the next railroad. Stop immediately. Train has been detected between you and the nearest railroad signal. And white light, proceed with caution. Nearest railroad signal was not detected. Probably when we're possibly reversing, that might pop up, or when we're in a like open stretch of track. Hopefully we got dual tracks because there's like 11 here at this station that I just saw. So we're probably going to be on one of those going the right way. Prepare the brake, which uses the train connected wagons. You fill the air brake system for locomotives to ensure that the system is properly pressurized with compressed air ready for braking. Compressed air to actuate elements against the wheels, slowing down or stopping the locomotive in its train. Well, I hope so. I hope we're going to have enough pressurization. I hope we don't burst any of the pneumatic lines. I've got a feeling that might happen. Without connected wagons, use a different brake is used. It will be discussed later. Prepare the brakes, set the brake blocking handle to the brake release position to unlock the brakes. Right. Here it is. So you use the right mouse, right click to zoom in. Release, fill the leveling reservoir brake line with a pressure of 5.5. So they need to be 5.5, okay. Main handle to release and charge. The leveling reservoir and brake line indicates the panel show how the equalization reservoir and the brake line are filling up. The pressure is used for brake, and if maintain more pressure in the brakes, you can brake for longer and harder. Well, that would make sense. So we've gone up to 5.5. What do we do now to turn it off? Maintain above 5.7 for more than half a minute will expose locomotives to damage. Well, we better get it turned off. To service position. Okay, so it's equalization now from the leveling reservoir and main reservoir, I guess. Brake line 6. Still too much. Release a value of 5.7 or below. Okay. Shut off without supply. So the moment to service to stabilize to 4.5. The brakes are repaired. I mean, personally, I'd probably have a little bit more than that, but 4.5 seems to be what it's coming to. Okay, well, I guess that'll work. If you'd like to set the pressure more precisely, set the main brake handle to release charge position to start filling the pressure, and then the shut off with supply position to stop it. You need to learn how to apply the brake in the next steps of connecting the wagons. Okay, gotta get in the second cabin now. Through the big, complicated engine room. Isn't this just absolutely, absolutely frightening just how grey and miserable it was back then. And we're going through Siberia, so it's going to be absolutely freezing. Okay, we're in the cabin. If you want to drive this section, you have to turn off the locomotive and pull out the panel key from the control panel in the first section. Right, I didn't even see it in the first one, but I get it. We'll need to transfer it over here and insert it into the control thing if you want to do it from this side. Set the blocking handle to handbrake release position to deactivate the handbrake. Right, I see. So we'd... Oh, there's another one over here, so we'd have to set that to released. Turn to the cabin locomotive and do the same. I'm going to close the door. I don't think we'll be coming back into that. Do the same. So we've got to turn those handbrakes off. Get the rolling stock. Get rolling at least. Our brakes are used to prevent unintended movement when locomotive is parked. Okay, so when we're perhaps overnight, maybe we want to park up for the night in a hangar or something. To handle to M for driving forward. Locomotive. Oh, here it is, guys. The moment of truth. Right. Let's close this door. I want to close the cab door as well. Makes it a little bit quieter. Huge difference there in the sound. What's actually in here? So we had a look around. There's not too much. We got a radio. We got a book. There's a few other switches over here. I got no idea what this is. We got a few like notices. Something there about being disciplined, but or something about a discipline. Maybe I'm reading that wrong. Someone can translate that in chat. Okay, ready to drive. Set the main handle to the 1 position. Set the main handle to the next positions to speed up. Do it slowly. Oh god, we are moving. We are moving. So we started it. We managed to start it. Let's crack the window open. Press E to enter the lean out mode. Oh wow, that's very cool. So we got a nice lean out. We can look around the train now and see if we're towing correctly. Keep that closed so I don't get cold. There is no survival elements, as I say, but just purely simulation today. If you apply too much power, while the white line in the right panel will appear and the locomotive will not be able to speed up. So it sounds like wheel slip, especially because it's icy and snowy. Connect the marked rail wagons. This is cool. I can't wait to get those wagons aboard. How many is there? There's over... It looks like... over 30 wagons. Of just pure coal as well. Going down to Novosibirsk Glavny. It says on the right hand side there that it's 8.6 kilometers, so not too far. Drive forward until you pass the correct railway switch. Don't drive too fast, we'll have to brake soon. Okay, let's perhaps speed up a little bit. Maybe a 3. Well, we're doing it. We're doing a thing and it's working. Quite fun up to now. Quite fun for a tutorial. I do like this cockpit. This is very nice. I like this kind of aesthetic. That's why I love the Tu-154B. Same kind of like old Soviet aesthetic from the 70s and 80s. If you look out on the side as well, the VL-10 has, of course, because it's from this era, the old SSSR things on it. Jeez, imagine having to be the electrician to deal with all of this. That's the scheme for the electrics. Okay. Press X is to sit down. I have checked the controls beforehand, so I have a general idea of a few of the buttons and things, but X is not too bad. You see there our speed on our right hand side. So kilometers an hour. If you hover over it to the center, it'll give you the actual kilometers. You're going 7.6. Oh, let's speed up a little bit. So the light is coming. I think that's 40, is it? Yeah, so 40 kilometers. We can't exceed that. I don't think we will. We probably won't get up above 20 on this little journey. Let's get towards the switch. We'll get out, I'm guessing. Brake. So main brake handle's there. How are we going to stop this thing? Where's the 30 plus wagons? Okay, we better slow down so we go back to 0. Slowing down. Good. Thank God it's not a snowstorm here. You wouldn't be able to see anything. I don't know how that. This has got 2 cars. This train has. So there's the main one we're in, and we did put the Pantogruss up. We'll have a look at them when we get out. And then there's the second section as well. Okay. I think we're meant to keep driving forward. Ah. So he said, I think every 10 minutes, so we reset that every 10 minutes for the signalling control system. We're still getting one red light here. It says fuel generators turned off. Probably learn about that a bit later on, I think. Let's make sure the train is over the signal. Can we open it from this side? Yes, we can. We can do both sides, of course. I really like the cockpit. Oh wow, the interaction is through the roof. Let's turn the engine off to 0. Next step is to apply the brake, which is used to brake the locomotive without connected wagons. Okay, so we've got 2 brakes here. It looks like this one down here will be for the wagons, and then this one will be for the locomotive. Brake applied. It means that the locomotive is braking. Right, well, we stopped. Go outside and change the switch. With pleasure. So, easy interact on this. Not the most intuitive, but just look at that. And there's the pantographs. They are up. They are on the tracks. i.e. the electric tracks. That looks so fantastic. Look at the detail on this metalwork. You don't get this often in games, but as I say, the Europeans, the Eastern Europeans and the Russians do a really good job on the modelling. They always have. They put so much detail. I mean, just look at the detail down here on this lot. And we're going to have to fix and maintain all this. Anyway, back we go. So, the old VL10. Absolute monster of a train. That's got to be at least, what, feels like 50 feet long. Maybe not 50 feet, but probably. Right, let's change the switch. So we're currently into the siding. There it goes, and then we go reverse to get the coal wagons. There are like railway workers walking around as well. It'd be cool to talk to some of them. Go back to the cabin and select a handle to MR, so position to drive backwards and connect the railway wagons. Got to be super cautious about this. I don't know if it's the same as Thomas and Friends. It probably isn't, or maybe it is, but there was a 5 mile an hour limit on Thomas and Friends, so we'll see what it is on this. Right. MR. Select the locomotive brake handle to the brake released. Set the main handle 1, okay, so we should be reversing. We've now got ampage at least, so I can see you've got some field currents. A little bit less on the main current. And accelerate using the main handle. Do not exceed 5 kilometers an hour, you can observe the train in inspection mode. Oh wow, so I was right, it is about 5. We're not moving though. Let's try inspection mode. So the window is E. That's nice, isn't it? Well, we want to do this hardcore, guys. I'm not going to look from the outside view. I'll do it from the inside. We'll look out the windows and we'll keep an eye out here like this. Just don't go over 5 or 6 miles an hour, kilometers an hour. We should be pretty good. So I have got to remember, I know I'm going to mix these up. So this one down here is for the wagons connected. This one here is for locomotive. There's still so many things in this here, I'm not too sure. We've got switches down here we haven't even turned on. I'll figure it out, I'll get there. We'll connect the wagons and see what the mission is. Brakes. Okay, we still got 200 meters to go. Some more switches down here as well. We don't need to mess with too much down here. It does say there's a field generator and a window heating, and that thing there says the field generator is turned off. So do we actually need it on or not? Because we're using the engines, so I'm suspecting this field generator may be like an APU. We have that on when the engines are turned off. keep it under 1. We won't go too fast. We just keep looking out. 160 meters, so we should be connected. Ah, the wagons are connected. Didn't even feel that. Didn't feel it. So let's apply this to 0. I think we can just let it stop on its own.
Отцепите вагоны с углемной станции Новосибирск, главной на первом пути у 6-й платформы. Максимальное время перевозки. 1 час.
1 hour? Jeez, how long is it going to take to go 8 kilometers? If each journey between stations is between like 8 kilometers and a little bit more, that's 800 kilometers. This is gonna this is literally, so aside from being open-ended sim, it literally would take you forever to do it, to get from one end to the other. Oh well, we've got to start somewhere. We might as well start today. So in the top left corner, information about how much time you have left to complete the job. You see there, delivering the wagons to Novosibirsk Glavny. That'll be the main station. Next step is to apply the brake, which is used to brake the train is connected with wagons. Right, so procedure for filling air brake was compressed air was completed in the previous step. So we already have some in the reservoir and the brake line. Technically we can put it to, as it's saying, service 1, and that will stop it. Braking with the position service braking 1 is the most optimal. It's very gentle and pressure drops very slowly. And I can also see there we got a 4th one, a brake reservoir filling up there as well, probably from the excess. Higher positions is harder, but the pressure drops faster and you have to refill it more often. And braking in the emergency position is the most effective, but the pressure drops very quickly. Okay, so we really got to keep on top of this pneumatic system here and the compressors as well. Braking with emergency brakes in position, high position is the hardest, but pressure drops faster. So again, it might have an effect on the brakes, i.e. the durability of them. Prepare the brakes again. Okay. Service. Select the handle to M. Ready to drive. If you apply too much power, the white lights, yeah, we read that before. So if we apply it too quickly and we speed up too quickly, I think the white light is also just an indication that there's wheel slip, so the train can't speed up. Obey the railroad signs and signals to prevent your locomotive from getting damaged. With pleasure. And the locomotive operator manual to go to the menu. Refer to the menu if any problems arrive. I think that's that thing over here. Yeah, so we got one in cockpit as well, which is nice to see. Something they don't do in flight sims very often, but the actual operator manual is with us in the cabin. You can also use a book for this purpose. I was just talking about that one. And press X to sit down. So I learnt that on the menu screen when I was waiting. So X to sit down. Okay. Sit on this little chair. It's very cold. To hide in the small inventory, you can use the mouse wheel to operate the locomotive control elements. Alright, let's press that off. So the cube is turned it off. Use the mouse wheel to operate locomotive control elements. Oh, that's going to be so much easier. So rather than clicking it, obviously you just scroll on it. Yeah, that's going to save time. You can open the window by pressing E and lean out. Oh, we say paka paka to ye old Glavny Zapadny Novosibirsk. There's a module in the inventory. If you install it, you'll be able to control the locomotive in simplified mode, which automates and shortens many control procedures. Honestly, everybody, I'm really enjoying it so far. I did not think it was going to be this in detailed and this complicated, because this ain't easy. I gotta remember what these things do. So we're not going to use the locomotive control module. It will go there if you want to do it. We'll skip it for today. It's done with a single button. Yeah, pressure in the brake system is regulated automatically. You don't have to manually charge the pressure after each braking with the wagons coupled. Okay. That's when you have that module connected. It doesn't mean now. So we're on realism mode. If you have it connected, it will do it all for you. And after lowering the pantograph and raising again, it will reset automatically. And at any time we can return to this mode. We're going to stick on it for now and see how it goes. Using the module, yeah, okay, we'll skip that. Okay, let's get going then. So we have a yellow light. We go for maybe 4 in the position. We have 55 minutes. Kind of want to try the radio though. There's a radio there. Tension control off. We are moving. So... Oh, that's cool. You got a radio on there. And it says tape as well. Wait, there's tapes in there. Oh my god. Isn't this nostalgic? They got cassette tapes. Obviously it's the 80s, but it looks fantastic. That's absolutely brilliant. Battle of Battalion of Eternity. We're gonna have to listen to that somehow. That's fantastic. Let's... Oh wow. This is something else, guys. This is a very special game. Great job so far. I actually like standing up, but that is cool. Having the soundtrack on, that's going to make it less lonely, isn't it? Keep the hours burning. I hope there's a lot of tracks on it. I hope it's not just one track. Anyway, it looks like we got clear. There's nothing ahead of us. We can speed up. Keep it below 40. I'm going to leave the main station, or one of the main stations. We'll be on the main line soon. Oh yeah, there she goes. She's building up speed. Turn that up. Oh, we can. Oh, that's better, yes! Just rocking and rolling on the train tracks. Let's get the speed up. I want to go up to 40 kilometers an hour here. Keep an eye on the signals so it's all green, yellow at least. Railway signal, and then hangar and scrapyard up there on the upper right, telling me where things are. I've not got the frame rate on, but you can turn it on. Green lights, 60 kilometers an hour. This is immersive. I honestly am enjoying this. So just look at all those coal wagons. Straight out and over Spears West. Let's go ahead and speed up. Another light came on. Driving position optimal. Good. So we'll keep that at number 16 then. Speed here, green light up to 60 kilometers. The moment you need to load the punch gas. Loading the punch gas is typically used in areas where red lines are present. Let's just turn the music down. Turn the music off. We'll come back to the music later on. I'm assuming that it's going to be continuing because it's a cassette tape, so it hasn't gone back to the beginning. Anyway, lowering it is used in areas where red lines are present, such as electrified railroad tracks and sections where sections tracks, not energized. So we'll lower the punch gas soon. It's down here somewhere, so we have punch gas power prepared to lower them. So there's the sign. It says prepared, doesn't say lower them yet. Like the environment, look at all these houses and things. Right, lower the pantographs. Pantograph 1 and 2. Another train there. Oh man, the blue colour's lovely as well, isn't it? Right, we lowered the pantographs. I wonder if we can horn or beep at that of a train. Oh yeah. Raise them again. Okay, so put them up. raise them up again. Remember to reset the engines. Right, so we did that early. We had to do the KVC and the BV1. That seems to have done it. How fast do we go? We're going at 58 here, so this train is pretty heavy. Probably not going to be able to get above that throughout until we get to the open area. Still very much built up. Gorgeous. It seems very open-ended. Now we're not doing the campaign mode yet, but like seriously, this is so open-ended. Right, yellow light. Let's. So we said brake handle to service braking 1. Right, now we have to stop, so we're gonna have to do like a bit more. Maybe service braking 3. So you can see that stop before the next railroad signal. We'll slow down a little bit and wait. It's probably for that train that's just gone past, to be fair, so we haven't got much to worry about. Then back to service on the brake. So the brake lines are pre-pressurising, but I think we can do that ourselves. So if we go to release and charge, we can charge them up, and then back to service. We've got to stop, I forgot about that. Oh my god. Emergency brakes. Emergency brakes. We got a red stop. We got a red signal. Oh my god. Oh no. Locomotive brakes. Please God no. Reverse. There's a train ahead. Oh my god. We've gone past the signal. No. Did not think that was going to happen. Right, get the brakes off. Reverse. We've got to get off that track quick because that train's coming pretty damn quick. I didn't think this would happen to me on the stream, but it has. Seen clips of this as well. Saw clips of this on YouTube. Go back. We just need to get past that signal, get clear of this switch here, otherwise we're going to get rammed down. Give him a warning that there's somebody here. Right, there we go, we're just about clear of it, thank God for that. So we can stop here just at the signal. It is a red light. We had a little bit of a mistake. 0, the loco stops. Release and charge again, and shut off with supply. I think was it 4.5? I think it was. And there's a loco. The VL792. Close call for a first try though. Not bad. We did get back in time. I'll have to remember though that braking is not very good when we got a full load on. It's very, very hard to stop it. Oh, that's nice. There's a massive bridge out there. If anybody is from Novosibirsk, and by the way, I said it earlier, but the Glavny station is my favourite. If anybody's from there, is this pretty accurate for the scenery? Okay, so we need to put this on a 1. We need to get this on 0 and then forward. Green light, so 60 kilometers. She's moving. She's moving very slowly. I hope in later on in the game we're going to get enough money to potentially upgrade this train. I'd like to do that. I'd like to upgrade it. It's also dark. There does seem to be cockpit lights up here. I wonder if we could turn those on. So there's nothing on this side. I think they're over here. So before I saw something for lights. Dim cabin illumination. Oh wow, isn't that just picturesque? Look at that. The lighting's even fantastic. And of course the 10 minutes, reset the attention control for the pneumatics. So we have a dim one and we have a bright one. That's so awesome, isn't it? We have buffer lights. And I also saw in the cockpit we've even got our own visor. Sun visor or visor. There's window wipers, there's fans. You could probably turn all this on. You know, the entire thing is interactable. Anyway, white signal, so that means it's not detected. It's probably because there's a bridge, so we'll get over and it'll probably pick them up again. In that case, we'll proceed with caution. Keep it to 40 kilometers. Didn't check how much this we're gonna pay, but it better be good money. 3 nautical miles to go, 3 kilometers. Damn, I'm still speaking in aviation terms. Then what have we got after Novosibirsk Glavny? It's Novosibirsk Vostochny. So many stops in this city. It's absolutely ginormous. And this isn't even like, I think the route goes from Novosibirsk to Krasnoyarsk, which we have flown to before. And that's over 900 kilometers, over 800 kilometers, 1-to-1 scale. And that's not the entire Trans-Siberian Route, so it's just like part of it, but still, so imagine if they had the whole route on here. That would be quite something, wouldn't it? Didn't think it would be possible, to be fair, though, because it is, you know, over 2,000 miles. Okay, coming up to the signal, we want to keep it semi-decent, so 40 is 38, 40 will be fine. Up a little bit of a hill, so we'll keep it on the 9, maybe a 10. There's cars and everything, there's people, there's cars, there's livelihoods happening, lives are happening around us. Lives are happening. And I'm here trying to drive this beast from the 70s or 80s, whenever it is. And they have kept the Russian, they've kept the Russian words in, so all the spellings of things and writings are in Russian, and the voices are in Russian well, so they're keeping it authentic, even though we got subtitles. I like that. I like when games keep it authentic rather than putting everything in English. On a nice even number. Let's keep it on a 12. Some kind of siding up there. Hey look, there's another load of wagons up there. Looks like oil wagons. Oil tankers. I'm just cautious of this signage. I don't have a clue. Is white going to mean another train's coming at us? That's what I'm worried about. Right, 40, so we're about 40 now. Slow down to a 10. And it will slow down naturally, so we're going up a hill. Slow down to at least 40 to prevent the locomotive from getting damaged. You're approaching a dangerous place. Okay. Is this like bears here or something? Oh wow. I'll be honest, those buildings do look a little bit modern. Some of them look a little bit modern. Oh, we're in a dangerous place now. Beginning of a dangerous place, end of a dangerous place. Indicate the boundaries of a dangerous section where trains must travel. Reduce speed. This may include places such as construction sites, areas with limited visibility, or regions with specific hazards like railway crossings. Well, we'll have to figure out what the actual thing is. It might be because we're coming into like a temporary stop here, so there's wagons parked up. Maybe it's because of that. Maybe it's because there's people. I have no idea. There's no crossing I can see. 1,300 meters to Novosibirsk, Glavny, and that'll be the first mission complete. Okay, end of a dangerous place. Can we speed up again? That's so cool. Imagine how much money we're gonna have just transporting all this lot.
Отцепите вагоны с углемной станции Новосибирск, главный на первом пути у 6-й платформы.
Glavny and Pervum? Anyway, track 1 at... oh god, we've got a thing coming up. Let's slow down, so 600 meters. Let's get the service brake on. Hopefully we can stop in time. Speed dropping. I'll have to use service brake free, but yeah, it's a hard one to get to stop in time, this. Seems like we've got a hill as well. This can't be good if we're stopping on the hill. I'll keep that on a 0, and I'll try and stop it as close to that as we can, but if we're on here, we might roll back. Kind of what I'm worried about. Okay, it's coming up right around the bend. It looks like it may be flattening out. Speed is dropping, speed is dropping. Don't need brakes for this one. Technically we got green light and a yellow light there, so we could go a bit faster. I like they put realistic signals, so it's all realistic signals. It's realistic track as well, so you have to do all of it yourself. You have to abide by the rules. There's a little bit of lag in this area though. Stop the train before you pass the railroad switch. Check. We'll keep the brakes on. I think we'll put the locomotive brake on here and then put this back up to charge. Right. Go outside and change the switch. Oh wow, look at that. Absolutely ginormous train. Money incoming, and the train looks good as well. It has got headlights we can turn on. Some kind of spotlight up there, but it looks great. I think the lighting is on point. This is a good compliment, actually. If anybody knows, I did play through on Workers and Resources on the channel, but this seems like the perfect compliment to it. Now actually going first person into the trains. Let's get this delivered. So signals on the right way. 320 meters. Are we going to be able to pull this lot up this hill though? We haven't even gotten into the main meat of this game yet, so we haven't even got to the hardest part yet. Imagine how much harder it's going to get. Okay, we'll put that to a 5 and we'll release. We are moving backwards. Are we going to roll down the hill again? Hey! Maybe not, a bit more than 8. Okay, I think that's going to help us. So we were rolling back down the hill. Absolutely insane. Come on, train, please don't give up. And it said sand, actually. It said sand to put grips. We'll release a bit of sand, maybe that'll help. No, it's saying that wheel slip things, so... Too much power. I got an idea. We'll let it roll a little bit, and then we'll stop it and then speed up again. Yeah, there's no way we would have been able to do that. I probably should have stopped further back and got out. Okay, we're going back down. No, nobody worry. Nobody panic. We'll let it level out a little bit. Just getting pulled around by a gigantic train here. 10 minutes already. That was quick. Putting the power on now, we want to stop and go. Wait for it to get to 0. Brakes released. Release and charge. Right down to about 4.5. And that one has to stay above 8, I think it was. Still not speeding up. Yeah, still not going. Jeez. Let it roll down a bit more. We may be rolling all the way back to Sabandi at this rate. Narugenium. I'm pretty sure that says disciplini, as in discipline. Okay, and anyone got any idea what that says? Something about, I think it says you got to be aware of the signals. If you don't abide by them, you get told off. Okay, right back down the hill. They may want to change that tutorial actually, so we stop at an earlier signal, because that was pretty late then. Pretty much on a slope. At least we're not going to get fined for reversing, but I'm surprised that white light didn't come on. Because it can't detect signals behind us. Oh, thank God for that. We're actually moving. I hope he's going to be able to do it. We've got a little bit of a stretch. Come on, 1.2. Just don't want to cause a wheel slip. Oh, that's a better view, isn't it? Look at that. Nobody worry. Nobody worry. It's my first time on the job. First time delivering in the Trans-Siberian Express. VL10. Never done this before, guys, so comments to a minimum, please. probably gonna get insulted by somebody walking past or something. Okay, there we go. We are building up speed. As long as we're above 10, that's fine. We just need a bit more power for it. Can we go another notch? No, it still won't go to 10. So it looks like we're dumping these wagons in the middle of nowhere. We are going to see the main Novosibirsk Glavny station, which is going to be cool. There it is. There it is, and they've modelled it super accurately. As I say, it's one of my favourites. It looks fantastic. It's absolutely ginormous. It has a really fantastic colour. It's this dark sort of Soviet green to it. Soviet green / blue, and it's just a huge station in general. Very well architected, right in the middle of the city. We're still slowing down, come on. How could we be slowing down on here? We need to go faster. Come on, we got 8, we got 9 on the handle. Somebody give me a push. Is it going to be able to do it? I think when we get over this little bump it will be able to. Oh my god, the speed is still dropping. It's really struggling. I thought it would have more power. Then again, it is electric, isn't it? It's not... I'd expect maybe a loco that was cold to struggle like this, but it seems to be electric as well. It's got the constant power from overhead, so we should have enough field amps. The field amps are actually going up. So 245. Speed stabilised a little bit. Please don't do this to me, game. I don't want to reverse back down again. Let's do the inspection mode. Let's just check outside. There's the constant power, which is not doing much. Yeah, that slope there, real pain. That's got to be a quite steep gradient. I don't know what it is, but it's certainly struggling with it. Anyway, there she is. She's coming in at 2 kilometers an hour. We will do it. Grip on them wheels. Oh man, insane. Thank God we tried the sand out. I don't know if that's actually helping. I don't even know if we got any sand on board. Where would it be stored aside from in the belly? I guess I can't see a thing for it other than the button. Come on, come on. First episode, it can't happen on the first one. I think we'll continue this series. It'll be an off-scheduled time, so we'll shoot the aviation streams during the day, and then I'll try these streams at night, see how they go. Oh, thank goodness for that. And there, that big building over there, that could be a hotel or something. It looks very nice. Another train, more buildings, the main station. Of course, we are going to go and look in it. I'm going to look around. I want to see if they've modelled it interior-wise. They probably have. They seem to have modelled everything else. Okay, stop with all the trains in the marked area. All the wagons. So we're stopping. They probably have to go all the way to the end of this red thing to make sure they fit in, because we've got so many on board. How many trains we got parked here? We got like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 plus us. There's tons of trains here. There she is, Nova Sibirsk. They've even got it in sign up there. It's very, very old though. I can't stop looking out the window. Look at this. Look at this lighting. This scenery. You don't need AAA games. It's the indie games are where these things are at. The indie games are where the good graphics are at, and just everything else, to be honest. More interesting gameplay. Back down to 0. We'll let her slow down naturally. Another load there of coal. So Nova Sibirsk, obviously back in the 80s, seem to be using a lot more than the average city, it seems. Absolutely tons. Probably for the power plants. There's another one. Carrying some open stock. And it's snowing. Oh wow, dynamic weather. It looks like dynamic time of day as well, because it's gone darker. It looks like it's getting into darker weather. Stop the train with all the goods. Right, we are coming to the end, so we're going to get ready to disconnect. I'll hop out. We probably have to take them off our load, i.e. our train, and then God knows what's next. It's probably going to be just as difficult. little bit more power in. Remember, we got 2 locomotives, so it's like twice the size of mine. It is giving us the option to disconnect. Same with leaving the current task area. I see, so we have gone a little bit too far, even though we stopped in time. Put the locomotive brake on. We'll worry about the charging when we get back. We're outside and disconnect. Okay, so good old-fashioned disconnection. Look at that though, right on the line. If we'd gone any further, if we'd taken the wagons over that, I think we may have failed. Job completed. Delivering the wagons to Novosibirsk gladly. 200 rubles. Wow, that's not a lot. 200 rubles for 8. Actually, then again, 200 rubles for 8 kilometers is not bad. I thought we would got more for that. Look how many coaches we have. Right, I want to have a look round. It is absolutely freezing out here. And I noticed as well when we're walking, I don't know if you can hear it, but the sound of the snow. And it's leaving footsteps. Right, we've got to check this out. Let's go and check the station out. 5 stars though so far. 5-star scenery, just 5-star interaction. This is obviously a huge step up from Thomas and Friends, but environment wise is perfect. Sunset is coming as well. I don't want to be driving through too much darkness. Look at this, we've got all the VLs parked up. These are the classic Trans-Siberian trains. I don't know what model that is. Maybe the VL80 that I was saying about. No, we can't get on board. Breathe out. She's stunned, she's stunned. She has a very babushka look like to her. They all look very good. There's a lot of guys here where look at this guy's outfit. Jesus. I know they got mafia elements, but we're on free roam at the moment. Like unlimited mode. This guy still looks like he's in it. Like look at those shades on that hat. The old Ushanka. Can't even say it properly. Yeah, look at that getup though. That is classic 1980s right there. Soviet 1980s as well. Like this guy, not too bad. He's looking a bit more modernized, but uh-oh. We've also got, blimey, we've also got coppers here, and a lot of them are wearing these sunglasses. Oh well, very cool. We got law and order it seems, but this guy here is drinking right next to him, so no idea what they're going to do about it. I'm more interested in the architecture, as I say, than the drinking aspect. Let's hop inside. Please God, let us inside. A lot of people here as well, so we don't have passenger freight. We don't have passengers on this. We just have cargo. It would be nice if later on they did add a passenger option. Absolutely blown away though. Main central hub here in Novosibirsk. Oh, we can go inside. Wow. Yeah, not too shabby actually. Not too shabby. They've modelled the marble well. They've modelled the windows. Granted, there's no pictures in here. You would probably have back then tons of pictures. You know, propaganda posters. You would have tons of hammer and sickles. This is not too bad actually. This is oh, it's an apple. Yeah, not too bad. A little bit dull though. A little bit empty. Casa. So is there anybody in the? There is. Is she going to take me to coffee again? No. So they're not as chatty at this one. How many workers have we got in here? We only got 2. And then, if we carry on, can we go out into Novosibirsk? Imagine that, we could just look around the city. Oh wow, it gets even better. We've got the back of the station modelled. I can hear music. I can hear music. This is brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. If you want to see a realistic simulator, play this game because That's as realistic as it gets. That poor gentleman's probably going to get hypothermia. I think we probably would at this point because it is absolutely freezing. That's one of the elements in Modred as well on realism mode. So if you go on realism with survival elements, oh my god, how many drunk people are there here? There's just absolutely dozens of them. Yeah, tons of cars in the car park, the classic Ladas, you know, the Zhigulis, the ones the KGB used to drive, and just a lot of wasted people. Oh, осторожно. Yeah. Oi. So they talk to you as well. Oh my god, look at this. They've even got a food market in the middle of winter. Isn't that a screenshot and a half though? Vokzal Novosibirsk Glavny. Well done to, you know, the modelers and the developers. They captured it very well in the midst of winter. Imagine this, driving a lonely train throughout Trans-Siberian in the midst of winter. This is as harsh as it gets. Anyway, look at that sausage. What's that called? Doctor sausage. Jesus. Some milk. Нет, спасибо. So you can buy, or this could probably make yourself a meal by the look of it. What's that? Cauliflower? A chainsaw? I'm buying that. Some beer? Got Lenin on those beers, blimey, and Stalin on them. Probably wouldn't buy from you, sir. Probably not. Some sprats. Sproty. So sprats. What more do you need? You got beer, you got sprats, you got freezing temperatures. You can cook yourself a stew or a borscht if you wanted to. Flashlights. They are for sale. Let's get one. So yeah, very useful tools. Who's this gentleman over here?
У тебя есть оружие на продажу?
Нет. Нет. Yeah, we have got mafia. They are trying to sell guns and buy them. I'm getting out there, guys. That's absolutely shameful, isn't it? The stereotypical stuff that they warned you about at the beginning is all coming true right now. Alright, let's get out of here. It does look like a really beautiful city. I can't wait to come back here. Let's see what the job is next. Well, yeah, once again, well done. Thanks, devs, for putting all this in here. It's very interesting. Let's just check around the station a bit more. I'm pressing the left shift, by the way, to run. Trying to find like a toilet or something. Right, yeah, we should count these wasted people. There's at least 20 wasted people just at this station alone. Anyway, off we go back to the old VL10. We'll get our instructions off the radio. And we'll try and put the lights on the train as well, like that one. If you wanted to go here, Trans-Siberian Express, and you wanted a glimpse of it, this is perfect. It tells you everything you need to know. You need to wrap up warm. And I am surprised nobody's wearing gloves though. A lot of people are pretty scantily dressed for a winter sort of in the deepest of Siberia. But yeah, everything you need to know about it is here. This will give you the survival skills you need. So beer, milk, chainsaw, and you're good to go. There's a rolled load. Someone will probably pick that up later and take it to another train station. Or they might ship it off to one of the sidings. Okay, here she is. She's here, not going anywhere. Let's get in. Let's get the doors closed. There's even collision there with the doors. They won't close if you're in the way. Right, in the cabin.
Вагоны готовы к отправке. Свяжитесь по радиосвязи для получения подробных сообщений.
Roger that.
Вагоны до станции Мачище
Мачище?
готовы к отправке. Они стоят на станции Новосибирск, главную платформу номер 6 на втором пути.
Okay, so there's the wagons. Let's try and put these wipers on because it's absolutely snow covered. And let's get the main lights on. So, the left side you've got projector light which works, and buffer lights. Let's stick those on. Let's get her into drive mode. Window wipers, so there's something up. Window wipers, fantastic. Oh yeah, this is going to be difficult. It's going dark. It is a snowstorm. Can we put like lights on the panel? I think we can. I think we can. Measurement apparatus illumination. They certainly worded it interestingly. There we go. Some lights on in the cabin. Let's try the window heating as well. Oh my. So snowstorms. I'm still flabbergasted that they've added so much depth. For an indie game, guys, for an indie game that's £16, where else do you get this kind of detail? Seriously. Where else do you get this kind of care? I think it's just a thing for the developers to revel in, to be honest. But anyway, here we go. We got tons of these wagons. Let's check what they are. So we've got a few empty ones. It looks like they're used for transporting vehicles. Maybe tanks. That usually transport tanks on there. Maybe something else. Containers, possibly. Mochisha. Looking on the map on the right side, but it's not popping up. Got Novosibirsk Vostochny 7 kilometers and then 12.8 to Inya Vostochnoye. Jeez. It's probably going to be a while though until we get to it. Okay, we're gonna have. I think we're gonna do the same thing we did at Novosibirsk Zapadny, which is get out, change the signals. And now we've got no wagons attached, we can use the main brake here for the locomotive. We don't have to worry about this thing to charge it, I don't think. It didn't say though whether we'd have to charge after using the locomotive brakes. We'll wait and see. So 55, so the pressure is rising in the reserves. It's not really dropping from there, so that is definitely for service braking. Okay, out we go. Hear the compressor back there just kicking into gear still. And these things, you should be able to tell what these are. These look great as well. The transporting obviously cows and things and livestock. Livestock wagons, or they might ship something else. They have mail wagons that look very much similar. You know, any kind of food parcels might go in here too. Okay, signals. We did buy a torch as well. Let's get the torch out. Flashlight. Yes, that's much better. Can now see things, and we got a chainsaw. What the hell are we gonna need a chainsaw for? Oh, great. They've thought of everything with. They've thought of everything. Okay, we'll close that. I don't think we need to get out to connect them. It'll be an automatic thing. So what do? We go. Let's go brakes off. Let's do. Select our handle to reverse. So I noticed as well when you move the main handle, it's providing the amperage here, the field current. So it's 5 kilometers, isn't it, for the connection? Let's keep it nice and slow. And there's a hangar over there, so I'm not 100% clued up on what to do, but I think if you want to do an overnight park or something, you probably have to do it in one of those hangars, otherwise your train will be deteriorating in the winter conditions. I'm pretty sure I've understood it correctly that you have to do that. Otherwise, if you leave it out, components and things are going to get damaged over time. Let's give a whistle. keep forgetting as well, scroll wheel. If you want to do a quick change, you can use a scroll wheel. Okay, 90 meters. That's probably from the front of the train rather than the back, so we're a lot closer than that. Let's close the window as well. It is very, very chilly out there. I'm going to set the radio back on. Them sound trucks were popping off. I don't know if they must be like well-known tracks. I'm going to check on those credits. Can't check on there. I was going to say check on the credits on the tape, but won't be able to do it. There we are. We're hooked up. So disconnect the wagons at Mochishi side tracks. Okay, and if you want to listen to that again, they said push that button there to call them. Right, now we need service braking. We're going to stick it into first, reverse, to first gear, like forward gear, to a 1. And then release and charge. Intense, absolutely intense, insane. You can drag that and open it as well. I didn't even realise that. So E to open it quickly, or you can do the keyboard, so you the click and drag, or you can do the scroll wheel. That's very useful. That'll save a bit of time. You could have it like half open if you wanted to. Excuse me for a minute, guys. I'm just going to go for a quick break. I'll be back in a sec. All aboard. It didn't say how much we're going to earn for this either. That's one thing I would like to see. So it said, or maybe it did say how much it was going to pay us. 200 rubles for the first job is not bad, but we've already spent most of it on just a chainsaw alone. But if there's a chainsaw there for sale, even though we're not on survival mode, we are probably going to need it at some point. So we got over here, we got, so it says heat in first set. We've put something called window heat on, but it doesn't seem to be doing anything. It's not quite like the flight sim where it will burn the snow off. It's pretty much done nothing, unless it's the side windows it means. We have reservoir venting, handles heating. Let's turn that on. Let's turn the bright illumination. Oh yeah, that's much better. And maybe heat in first and second set. Again, not too sure where that is, if that's for the window or not. That's Vidania. He's not listening, he's too cold to listen. Okay, here we are, we've actually illuminated stuff. We've managed to get to grips with some of the controls, and we've illuminated our instruments, we've illuminated the cockpit. Let's get the radio back on. / cassette player. Still won't get used to saying it because it's so old. Press play. We need that in this lonely weather. This is isolation. If you're a loner, you probably like this game, to be fair. I have to stand up as well. I still can't see out there without standing. Here we got timber on it to change. Here are 30 kilometers. Wait till we get past the signal. We got a yellow one ahead, and then we'll speed up. Speed up now, actually, to 40. There we go. We're on the open road. Let's go fast. 60 kilometers an hour. We've got over 16 just at Inya von Vostochnaya. And again, there's no guarantee that Mochisha, if I'm pronouncing it correct, is even after that. We don't know where it is. Somebody said you press the inventory button and then you could hover over on the... I was reading the forums and they said you could hover over the map there and check the distance. Okay, so you have to open the big inventory, and the big inventory actually pauses it. So after Inya Vostochnaya, we have another 90 to Mochisha. No electrical voltage. In a moment, you need to lower the pantograph and turn off the traction motors. Make sure the speed is sufficient to avoid stopping the neutral section. Let's turn that down. That's really cool. You can do that manually, though, without doing it itself. Anyway, let's lower the... Turn the pantos off, I think. Or a neutral section. Okay, turn off the electrical power. Pantographs 1 and 2. Set the main handle to 0 and lower the pantographs. Right, we've got to put that to 0. So this is for a neutral section, it says. Okay, so we have to remember this because this is the tutorial. So when we come to neutral sections in the future, if we're not in the tutorial, we just remember it's pantographs and electrical power from the throttle. We'll call it the throttle, but it's the main handle for the power for the engines and, you know, increasing speed. Is that the end of a section? Yes, so it ends, so now we should be able to introduce power or turn the pantos back on. Probably will tell us in a sec. There we go, so we turn the pantos back on. And then we put power. So we have to, we have to reset, don't we? I forgot about that. So reset them after putting the pantos back on. And then we can go full speed to 60. 16 seems to be the sweet spot. I think that'll give us 60 kilometers from what I've been seeing so far. So 10 to 12 is about 40. Train parked up there. Hey, it whistles back. That's cool. Okay, slow down. Speed limit 40. Slow down again, so we need the service brakes. Speed is coming down. Can we do it any quicker? There's not enough pressure in the brake line, I don't think. So obviously if there's more pressure it will be quicker to stop. Beginning of a dangerous place. This does look pretty dangerous. We're like wedged right in the middle here of something going through a tunnel. Let's get the brakes charged up again. And end of a dangerous place. I can understand that. Right through a tunnel there where there might be people lurking about. Now we can speed up again. This radio track does sound very familiar, to be fair. Some familiar songs in it, I think. I think it may be copyright songs if I'm not mistaken. So there's the strike for the channel. Popping off, isn't it? Okay, not snowing anymore, so I think we can turn window heat on. Not that the window heat did anything, to be fair. We got time to turn the other things off. Do we need? I don't even know what heating second set or first set is. I know heating can stay on, but yeah, the window heating's been ineffective. We got 16 and we're only going, we are going 60 kilometers. That green thing there, the signal thing, is saying up to 60. I don't know if we can go faster than that. Novice speaks for stationary 1,000 meters to go. We're not stopping here. It'll only be a straight through to Inya stationary and then Mochicha. We're gonna have to slow down, aren't we? So let's bring it down to a 12. A few red lights. Yeah, there's the yellow light. So slow down to 40. We've got to be careful as well though, because there's other trains in the area. We may have like an oncoming train we have to wait for, like we did at the bridge. There's a signal coming up. Okay, just yellow lights. It's reassuring. Wow, purple skies, purple night sky with the moon. Serene, isn't it? Ah, there we go, green light. You know, their songs are actually pretty good. I like them. Rock and roll music. And 10 minutes. Attention control. That's brilliant. They said as well, they just updated it recently. They said well, not recently, but they said they added. I just realised they have added collectible cassette tapes, which means we can put more music in there, which is fantastic. Imagine that, we just 13 cassette tapes. That's probably going to be a good couple of hours just of music content. We switch over to the second seat. Yeah, they've opened this up. It looks like multiplayer mode might even be coming in the works because there's 2 seats in here. Imagine how cool that would be. You got me here, or you guys could be in this seat doing it if you were playing it, and then you're gonna have your friend in the second seat. That would be a lot better, wouldn't it? Be able to share the sort of train load then, wouldn't you? So down, unfortunately I can see Machisha now, 11 miles, 11 kilometers, so not long to go, everybody. It's coming up with green light, but it's saying there's a 40-kilometer speed limit. Dangerous place, that's why. Let's put full service braking on. Train is rocking side to side as well. That's gorgeous, isn't it? Can't get over the colour of that sky. Maybe we'll see the Northern Lights on this journey, even though we're not up there. May see something very, very similar to it. Yellow lights. We have a coal load there, possibly for us to pick up. Slowing down here, just go through here. There's a train ahead. Yeah, so we're in Vostochnaya. It's interesting. Never heard most of these stations. I guess you could consider this an education as well on the actual route. Let's stick to a 10 on the speed. It'll give us a little bit below 40. We do have something here. I think that might be a trader or something. Scrapyard. Yes, some kind of scrapyard. Oil tankers, yeah, I can't wait to drive those. I don't know why I was under the impression it was milk. It's obviously not milk, although they might transport milk in them. Who knows with the Russians back in the 80s? Seems like everything is possible on this. I want to see the main station. I want to see the main hub where the passengers get in. Is that a red light up ahead? No, it's a green light. Thank God for that. I thought we had a red light. There is a train coming though. Please tell me we're going to be on the right tracks. Yeah, I think we missed them. Okay, soundtrack's gone off. That was a pretty short one, but it is super cool songs on there actually. Eject. Battle of Eternity, Battalion of Eternity. Remember that, everybody. So that's the first one you get. You can even rewind it, look, like you used to do with the cassettes back to the beginning. You've gone all out realism, and there's a radio feature. I think I'll stop it. 8 kilometers to go. This will probably be the second and last mission tonight. I'll try and keep these streams to about 2 hours long to make them digestible for other viewers. It will be a new... I think I'm enjoying it so much, and I really appreciate the cost as well, not being through the roof for an indie game and through a early access. So I think it will become a new... prepared to lower the particles, a new regular on the channel. I really wanted a new train sim as well, and I wanted to try it out, and this is kind of ticking all the boxes. Anyway, lower graph, lower the pantographs. So here's the sign. So 2 and 1. It's not a neutral section, it says, so we don't have to reduce the throttle. Or is that the neutral section? Right, so we do have to reduce the throttle to 0. Sufficient speed, 60 kilometers should get us through it. And tons of little villages around that we're going through, so we've obviously been from the main cities, now going to the outskirts. And you can track this journey on a map as well, so if you go on the, you know, to internet, just put in the Trans-Siberian Route, you'll be able to find the stations along it. Engine neutral section, let's get some more power. Let's raise the pantos, let's reset the engines. There we go, perfect. Generator, right, speed limit 40. It's just saying that I want to turn that light off for the speed, the generator. It's kind of grinding me a bit. Let's turn the fuel generator on. I don't really know what it will do. We'll use it. Dangerous place. We are at 50 still. Whoa, I hope we didn't just break something then. Sounded like we might. Oh, I was messing around with the brakes, setting it to emergency brake too quickly. End of a dangerous place. Unless the pressure was too much in the brakes, it could be that. We only did, I think, 4.5. Oh yeah, I think we have damaged something. There's a lot of creaking going on. Slammed on the brakes too quickly. Turn that window wiper up as well. Oh god. Oh no, this could cost us an arm and a leg. I hope we get paid a lot for this job, because we're probably going to have to repair it, and I hope we get to Machisha, we're going to be able to repair it if we need to. So we only did this thing, the speedometer, during the intro tutorial. Oh god, it seems like we're gonna have to step up a little bit and become part-time engineer on the train as well, aside from being a driver. A lot of fun though. Oh yeah, there's something's going loose. I hope we don't derail because of it. That service sound, I've got to be careful of that, so we don't want to pull into emergency brake mode. Speed is steady, so it's not the wheels. Okay, now we're going to do it the smart way. We're going to reduce the handle. And then we're going to do it to service 1. Okay, so main reservoir is actually dropped. We have got some things over here as well, like battery current reservoirs. Reservoirs rising, so I don't think it'd be the air system, the pneumatics that's broken. Probably just the brakes. Another dangerous place. There's so many, but we did have, again, over traffic, so it might be that there's a junction coming up. Let's see if it's charging. So the brake lines are charging, not so much on the leveling reservoir. Okay, there we are, 1400 meters. We're pretty much there. Let's see how far 1000 rubles goes. Okay, 900 meters. That'll be for the signals.
Отцепите вагоны на станции Мочище на боковом железнодорожном пути.
Okay, sidetrack. Railway sidetrack, those subtitles really, really useful. In case you don't speak the old Russian. You can see the signal up there, so we got a hopefully a hangar as well. And we're taking on board this time. We've actually got a big load, so we have to start nice and early. Keep making the mistake with these train sims is not taking account of the load we've got on board. Obviously, that's going to affect not only the braking distance, but just everything basically. It's obviously balls up some of the materials of the train. I reckon if we slammed the brakes on the loco without wagons, it probably would have been all right. There's the signal. So we got a traffic crossing here. So are we going to block the crossing so the traffic has to wait for us? Yes, of course we are. Traffic thing is down. They've got to wait for us. Hello everybody. There's a little traffic system going on as well. Who's out at this time though? And that's one thing I would like potentially to see a time in here. Maybe a clock. Unless there's one in here and I can't see it. But a nice clock, tell you what time it is. Okay, locomotive brakes to 100. Can only guess what time it is. I'm guessing it's super late at night rather than early morning. Anyway, signals changed. Take it to the sidetrack. get our probably not a very large amount of money for this. I don't think the money thing is gonna appeal to people. If you're looking at the finances, you're looking at like, we got 200 rubles for the first job, which is, you know, that's barely £2, isn't it? In British money. There's our wagons, you can just about see them. We're carrying an empty, pretty much an empty load, but still a lot. Classic engineering stuff. This detail, man, look at that. It is very empty though. Like design-wise, it just gets the job done. There's nothing. Obviously, huge difference to what we have now. You know, rather than working on machines now, we're sort of working in these luxurious cockpits and luxurious cabins, and it's just a huge difference. It's just incredible to see it. Back then, of course, it was just all about getting the job done and engineering, it seems. But I mean, look, they haven't even got a seatbelt, for God's sake. They haven't even got, like, a heater in here. There's probably a heater, there's probably heated elements, like I say, we have heated handles, but there's no obvious, like, air conditioning or heating system, there's just fans. So it's very basic compared to what we have now. And this was only 40 years ago. It's big advancements since then. You know, trains drive themselves now, pretty much. Planes fly themselves. Okay, we're coming to the end. Let's try and stop before we fail this time. I think we can put that in neutral. Yeah, we can put that in neutral. And there's a train coming as well. Just in time. 5 kilos. Let's go ahead and put the brake on. I'll do some inspections after this as well. Make sure we're not damaging everything. Yeah, standard passenger wagons. Disconnect. Keep forgetting my flashlight. Everybody do have a flashlight here. 230 rubles. A little bit more than the other one, but only 30 rubles more for all that distance. We went well over 30 kilometers. Fantastic. We need to get a bit of inspection, so inspection mode will go in the cockpit and hop out. I'm hoping we'll be able to park a bit much easier somewhere, maybe get a sidetrack. Anyway, back in.
Вагоны готовы к отправке. Свяжитесь по радиосвязи для получения подробных сообщений.
Not just yet. Not just yet. We do need to inspect. Let's do the inspection mode now. Before I forget. So we got yellow lights. T. Okay, yeah. So we have damaged some stuff. Looks like only one side is damaged. There is a little bit of yellow in there. Shock absorbers have been reduced. Look at this. This is detailed. Axle box bearing. It's not the most detailed thing, but this is like stuff you wouldn't get on the regular train sim. So we've broken a coil. Need a new coil spring. That seems to be the main issue. Some kind of shock absorber. Right, we'll get one of those fixed. Look at that. Cinematic view in the snow. As I say, there's no hangar here, visible hangar, so I don't really know what we're going to do for parking. We'll just probably have to park up on the platform. And I don't know where the next load is. It says there's one available, but I haven't seen one. Make sure we don't crash into anybody. We've got green lights so far. We've got a scrapyard over there. We could probably sell some stuff out, or maybe buy a part if we need to. There is wagons up ahead. I think that may be our next load there, so we should be good to park up next to it. Let's open the window. Infrastructure is back there. We'll probably just continue down now and see where it goes, like infinitely. This will be the end though. I'll end it here. I'll park up. I don't know about the shutdown. We'll just have to turn off like everything we started with, or maybe even just save it and exit with the engine switched on still, and then we can resume it tomorrow or the next day. Yeah, I think this is our load here. Hello? There's cabin lights on dim again. Does make a difference to the visibility. Whoa, what's happening there? Glitching out the door? Just walk through. How did I walk through that door then? Walk backwards. Anyway, here's the station. I hope we don't get killed when we stop here. Station again, pretty detailed. And we got passenger one turning up. Let's close the window. We will hopefully not get fined. Yeah, there's a few different weights, a few different wagons here. We've got those up there, like the box cars, and then up ahead, same thing again. He's on the tracks, move out of the way. Locomotive braking, so brakes applied. I'm feeling a bit more confident now. At the beginning it was very overwhelming, but now it's very, very enjoyable. It's like I kind of know what I'm doing. Just got to remember all the processes for next time. Anyway guys, brake is applied. Let's save. Called it Grantham Online, didn't we? I wonder why it hasn't saved. We'll leave it as it is. We'll get out and just check out the area. What a beautiful train though. Beautiful design. Even close the window and open it from outside. Yeah, look at that. How many games put it this detailed? They've even got 3D textures. The graphics are just superb. The modelling is as well. We will continue from Mochisha, hopefully in the night time, onwards to whatever the next destination is. And before we go, for those who are potentially interested, we got Mochisha modelled. Quite a bit in here. Okay, more drunk people, nothing new here. Some wasted guys. Cassa's probably closed. Oh no. There is a lady back there, it's very faint. And we have, I think, Triangle. Yeah, Triangle's a masculine one. Whoa, what the hell's it? What the hell's this? Is this the mafia? Yeah. Yeah, it's not buying weapons. Jesus. Selling guns in toilets. Can we use the toilet? Imagine that. That would be simulation on another level. Actually not too bad, the detail in here. Of course, just a normal Russian guy passed out in them. We're leaving to it. They must have been beaten up by these two. I wonder if we can get the gun and shoot them in survival mode with elements of mafia stuff. That is interesting. Is anything in this toilet? So the female toilets. So I am right. So it's circle female, upside down triangle for male. Very strange symbols, but at least I understood them. Thank God for that. Yeah, well, thank you for joining me this journey tonight, and I've been really enjoying the game. I want to introduce it in the evenings from about 7. We do 2 hours at a time, maybe, if it's if the journeys allow for that and if the trips are short enough. Thank you again, and I will see you in the next one. Take care.